Salutations people, it's me, your favorite low-effort YouTube man, coming at you again with another Hitman video. I will continue to make Hitman videos until I drop dead at this rate. But anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Oh, you may have also noticed I changed my text to speech. That's mainly because the Agent 47 one I used before barely spoke comprehensible English. But anyway, I've kept you long enough, so why not jump into the tier list thing, right? Okay then.
So let's just jump into it.
Not gonna lie, it's a pretty linear tutorial at best, but it does let you get a grip of the basic mechanics as you'd expect from a tutorial. The only bad thing about it is you're told to kill like every guy in the bloody facility, which you get penalized for if you do that anywhere outside of this mission. One thing it does have though is absolutely amazing dialogue.
What the fuck you looking at, cracker? Like they say, the longer they come, the longer they piss.
God damn, girl. I'd have your fine ass unwrapped before you could say, who's that handsome stud untying my ribbon?
So I'm not gonna be too hard on it though, so I think I'll put it in AC for now. That might be subject to change because I'm indecisive and untrusting of myself. A pretty memorable level, not too big and not too small.
That's what she said!
There's nothing too overwhelming for the player to nicely ease the player into the game. Just an all-round pretty decent map. I'm never gonna forget about how I killed the funny man on the cello with fiber wire. I might forget about the other guy though because his kills aren't as memorable. In all honesty, this could have worked as a better tutorial mission than the last mission. But anyway, I'm gonna give this mission a solid A tier. An absolute classic of the Hitman franchise as a whole. Has one of the most memorable kills you can ever get in this franchise. The only somewhat lame part about it is if you want to get this cool kill you have to wait like 10,000 years, but it is worth it. Also, the basement is a goddamn maze and is a pain to navigate. All in all though, a really good mission. Solid B tier. Really like this mission. The targets are all fun to take out. I mean, you only need to kill one. But unless you're bad you'll kill all of them, which as I said is pretty fun to do. Waiting for Smith to go to the morgue can take a bit of time, but he's usually there by the time you get your suit back and into the room, so nothing like the waiting times of Curtains Down. And for that I'm giving this mission a very high A tier. I'm sure there's like one guy in the comments just like, how dare you put Flatline above Curtains Down and A Vintage Year. I am rather annoyed at this. Keep in mind that this is my opinion. Also keep in mind that my opinion is the only one that matters. I mean, I think we all know where I'm gonna put this one. I mean, come on, I can go and kill people dressed up as a clown. Is that not the pinnacle of comedy? In all seriousness, I love how open this mission is and how many angles you can go with. The only one negative thing I probably would give this mission is that the woman with the microfilm takes several lunar cycles to go anywhere, so that can be kind of annoying. But patience is required in these games, so not something I'm gonna bash too tremendously hard. I think it's pretty safe to say that A New Life is definitely worthy of an S tier. I mean, if it wasn't good, IO wouldn't have basically done the exact same thing 12 years later, right? No, this is a fan favorite. And of course it's definitely still a good mission. It's just that I never really loved this mission and I can't really say why, to be honest. Maybe it's the rows of duplicate crowd NPCs often found right next to each other. But this is understandable for the time the game was made. Or maybe it's the randomness of the sniper's spawn. Either way, as I've said, not a bad mission, just not one I found myself to enjoy too much. With that being said though, I think I'll still give it a B tier. Another classic Hitman mission, really memorable kills all around and just an overall great mission. The female NPC's attires may or may not also influence my rating of this mission. I mean, come on. But seriously, it's become one of my favorite missions in this game and the entire franchise. You can really tell that this game was where the WA trilogy took heavy inspiration from in terms of level design. And for that reason, I'm gonna put it in S tier. Before we continue, I'm just gonna make a quick self-promotion because that's what all the cool YouTubers do. And I am definitely cool. Which is why you should subscribe if you haven't already. The support on this channel has been pretty mad lately. So let's see if we can bump up those subscribe analytics. It's completely free to do. And hey, if you decide, right, This guy's complete shite. You can always change your mind later. Also be sure to like the video if you enjoy, but I'd recommend leaving that until the end of the video so that you're sure you enjoyed the whole thing, instead of just the first half. Anyway, back to the video. These next two missions, however, are not even close to S tiers. Just gonna put this down here. The only reason I do this is because Pro Mode Silent Assassin on this level nearly broke me as a semi-functional human being. Before playing on Pro Mode, I would have put it a bit higher, maybe on a C tier if I was feeling generous. Alright fine, I'll put in the lowest of C. Too many targets and pretty generic kills if I'm being honest. A cool concept, but I think it could have been done a lot better. Yet another pretty forgettable mission. It's just not one of the missions I'd think of when I think of Hitman Blood Money, and I'm sure those who've played this game will agree with me. Pushing the fat man into the grave is pretty funny though. I don't think any of these missions are anything below a C, but I think we'll give this one a pretty high C. I'm putting it above the tutorial since this mission isn't as linear, but in terms of memorability, I definitely think of Death of a Showman over this mission if I thought about this game. I think this is my favorite mission in the entire game. I just love how it's done. I think the kills are pretty fun. The casino is a very unique location for a Hitman game, and just all around a solid level. The way that I personally take out the targets when I normally play this level can take a while for both of them to get to the elevators, but that's more on just how I play the level. Killing the last target with the sniper is probably the only time you'll ever actually use the sniper, but goddamn it if it isn't worth it. A clear S tier. Another good level, although I don't think it's quite on the same tier as A New Life, A House of Cards or Flatline, but definitely still a great level. I think all of the targets are pretty memorable kills here, but I gotta give my favorite of this mission to this woman who gets boiled alive and eaten by sharks. Fucking brilliant. Gonna give it a fairly higher tier. I think this mission is alright. I mean, going into the White House to kill the vice president is pretty fucking cool, right? I mean in a game environment, of course. Never really found a cool kill for him, but the clone guy whose name I can never remember was pretty fun to kill. After you get lost whilst chasing him, of course. But yeah, just pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable giving it a high B. That seems fair enough to me. It's a pretty cool concept for a level that I don't think I could really do any more if they wanted to. Don't get me wrong. I thought this was an awesome way to end this game when I first played it. But after playing it time and time again, it's clear to me that it's like Hitman 3's Untouchable mission. That being pretty cool when you first play it, but you'll probably never want to play it again. Having a Hitman game's last mission be basically a shooter can be seen as both pretty cool and pretty fucking shit. I think I would have hit this at an A when I first played it, but after playing it again and thinking about it, it's probably around a B or C. But I mean, come on, you can catapult a guy in a wheelchair into a wall by using a staircase. What's funnier than that? But anyway, there you go, there's my official final tier list for the Hitman Blood Money missions. Let me know in the comments about how you would rank it, or let me know about how every choice I made was wrong and that I should hate myself for it, or you could also comment if you'd like to see a continuing of this series. I was thinking if this does well, I'll cover all of the Hitman trilogy, which could be pretty fun. I just think it'd be a nice break from the usual Hitman stuff I upload. Be sure to like if you liked, and if you didn't like it, please consider leaving me a comment about how I could improve, and I'll see if I can do that. So subscribe as well if you like what you see, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Farewell.